Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at something, well, pretty interesting. The idea that you could earn money just from your normal everyday spending.
Yeah, it does catch your attention, doesn't it? Turning expenses into income.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sounds a bit like finding money down the back of the sofa, but maybe on a bigger scale. Anyway, we got a few sources here. A couple of YouTube videos from April 2025 about a thing called BeeCoinWise.
Right. One intro video by someone named Errol Nazar, and then an update from the actual BeeCoinWise channel.
Plus a text ad we found. So the big question we're trying to unpack is, can your shopping actually make you money? And how does this BeeCoinWise thing claim to do it?
It's a compelling pitch. Let's see what these sources tell us about the mechanics.
Okay, let's start with Errol Nazar's intro. He positions BeeCoinWise, or BECW, as South African.
Okay. Local focus.
And the core claim is earning from spending. You already do groceries, fuel, takeaways, airtime, the usual stuff.
Okay.
And he immediately mentions a cost.
Mm-hmm.
A one-time sign-up fee, 200 Rand.
Ah, okay. So there's an entry point cost. Relatively small, but it's there. Often helps with rapid signups.
Seems like it. And Nazar really hammers home how you earn. Two main ways. Referring people. He says you get paid weekly for that.
Right, the recruitment aspect.
And then the second way is passive monthly income. That comes from what everyone in your network spends.
So you're spending, they're spending, it all contributes potentially.
Yeah. And he makes a point of saying no contracts, no debit orders, no monthly fees after that initial 200 Rand. At least none mentioned there.
Okay, that lack of ongoing fees is definitely a selling point they'd push. Combining referrals with passive earning from activity. That structure sounds familiar, like multi-level or network marketing setups.
Yeah, it does have that feel. So how's it supposed to work day to day? Nazar says you register, but you need a referral number.
So you can't just sign up cold, you need an invite.
Seems so. Then you get your wallet details sent by SMS.
Okay, a digital wallet.
Right. And to actually use it, you load money into this wallet first. Then, say you want to shop at Pick and Pay, you go into the BeeCoinWise system and create a specific voucher for Pick and Pay for the amount you want.
Ah, so you're not paying directly with the wallet, you're buying a store voucher through the wallet.
Exactly. You use that voucher at the till instead of your bank card.
Interesting. An extra step there creates a sort of closed loop within their system. Might affect things like returns, maybe?
Good point.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that. But this voucher step is key to the earning bit. You get a percentage back on your own voucher purchases.
Right.
And, crucially, also on the voucher purchases of everyone in your network. That's the passive income part.
Got it. And the network means people you refer, people they refer, and so on down the line.
Precisely. He lists quite a few big names supposedly involved. Pick and Pay, Checkers, ShopRite, Clicks, Dischem.
Okay, major retailers.
KFC, Nando's, Wimpy, Spur, Takealot, Incredible Connection, Hi-Fi Corp, Total Energies.
Wow, that covers a lot of groceries, pharmacies, food, electronics, fuel.
Yeah, and he hints more are coming. Other fuel stations, maybe salons. Plus, businesses can sign up directly as merchants too.
Having that wide range from the start, assuming it's accurate, definitely makes it more appealing. If you can cover most of your usual spending, it makes the switch seem easier.
Makes sense. Now let's talk about those weekly referral earnings he detailed. It's a 4-level system.
Okay, let's break it down.
Level 1, you bring in 10 people, you get 10 Rand each, so 100 Rand total. Simple enough.
All right.
Level 2, if those 10 each bring in 10, that's 100 people on your second level, you get 5 Rand for each of them, so 500 Rand.
Okay, the payout per person drops, but the potential number of people goes up.
Right. Level 3. Now, if those 100 each get 10, you're looking at 1,000 people. And the payout goes back up 10 Rand each. That's 10,000 Rand, potentially.
Getting substantial now.
And then level 4, he seemed quite keen on this one. If your 1,000 level 3s each bring in 10, that's 10,000 people. And the payout jumps significantly to 25 Rand per person.
Whoa, okay, so that's 250,000 Rand just from level 4 referrals.
That's what he calculates. He adds it all up, the 100, the 500, the 10K, the 250K, for a total potential one-off referral earning of 260,600 Rand.
Wow.
But he does mention a cap. The total network size seems limited to 11,110 people.
That tiered structure, especially the big jump at level 4, heavily incentivizes building deep, doesn't it? It's classic network marketing motivation. And the cap maybe creates some FOMO, fear of missing out, get in early.
Could be. Then he switches to the monthly passive income from spending. He gives 2 scenarios, both assuming you've hit that full network of just over 11,000 people.
Okay, these are projections, obviously based on ideal conditions.
Right. Scenario 1, Everyone in the network spends 1,000 Rand a month through the platform.
1,000 Rand. Okay. Plausible for groceries and maybe some fuel for many.
He gives commission rates per level, starting low, 0.2% on level 1, then 0.1% on 2, back up to 0.2% on 3, and the highest, 0.5% on level 4 spending.
So the biggest chunk of potential passive income comes from the largest, deepest level again.
Yes, exactly. Based on those rates and an 1,000 Rand spend, he calculates a total potential monthly income of just over 52,000 Rand.
52,000 Rand a month. Passive income. Okay. That's a very attractive number. But again, based on everyone in a full network spending that much.
Huge assumptions, yeah. Then scenario 2 bumps the spending up. Everyone spends 2,000 Rand a month via BeeCoinWise.
Doubling of the assumed spend.
And as you'd expect, the potential monthly income doubles too, over 104,000 Rand a month.
Right.
And Nazar's very upbeat about this. He actually says, sounds too good to be true, but in actual fact, it's good and it's true. Claims it's for everyone, no selling, no stock, no hassle.
That's a strong claim. It's good and it's true. You have to take projections like that with a grain of salt, I think. Achieving that ideal scenario depends on so many variables. Building the network, keeping it active, actual spending pattern.
Absolutely. Okay, let's shift to the update video from the BeeCoinWise channel itself, also from mid-April 2025. What did they add?
Well, first off, they have a shout out to Sellbucks, thanking them and announcing a partnership.
Sellbucks.
Okay.
And then some big retail names. They announced Massmart is coming on board.
Massmart. So that's Macro, Game Builders Warehouse?
Presumably, yes. And also the Pepcore group. So Pep, Ackerman's,
Yeah.
those kinds of stores.
Wow. Okay, those are huge groups. Adding them would significantly increase where you could potentially use these vouchers.
Definitely boosts the appeal and maybe the legitimacy, as you said. They also mentioned working on getting more petrol stations involved for voucher use.
Makes sense. Fuel is a big regular expense.
And a practical point. They said Sellbucks was moving to a NetBank facility, supposedly by the end of April. The goal was faster wallet top-ups.
Addressing a friction point. If topping up was clunky, that would put people off.
Exactly. Smoothing out that core function is pretty vital for keeping users engaged.
So smoother top-ups, more big retailers. What else? They talked about a phase 2 launch.
Yeah, they broke it down into 3 parts, or legs as they call them.
Legs, right. Leg 1. Leg 1 was about onboarding large groups. Think organizations or communities that already have a member base. Signing them up in bulk.
Ah, smart. Leverage existing networks to grow faster.
Precisely. Leg 2 was about rolling out physical agencies across South Africa.
Agencies? Like local offices?
Kind of. Individuals could apply via WhatsApp or email, apparently, to become agents. Their job would be to really push BeeCoinWise locally.
How?
Doing live presentations, to sharing member success stories, providing support. Basically being the face of BeeCoinWise on the ground. They even mentioned marketing stuff being available. T-shirts, caps, banners.
Right, building that local presence and maybe a sense of community identity.
And Leg 3 was focused purely on signing up more merchants.
More places to spend the vouchers.
Yes, and they made an interesting distinction. They differentiated between merchants signed up by BeeCoinWise corporate or its members
Okay.
versus merchants who might just come along as part of a bigger partnership deal, like maybe through Sellbucks. They seem to imply that the merchants actively recruited by members were more valuable for growth.
Because those merchants might then promote BeeCoinWise themselves. Or maybe offer specific deals.
Potentially. It reinforces that network effect members bring merchants. Merchants attract members.
Got it. Anything else from that update video?
Yes, a pretty direct warning, actually, aimed at people who had registered but hadn't paid the 200 Rand fee yet.
Ah, the unpaid signups.
They urged them to pay up quickly to secure their spot in the network. They talked about built business coming in, probably referring to those bulk signups and agency efforts.
Implying that if you don't pay, you'll lose your position as new. Paying members join.
That was the clear implication. They mentioned a database cleanup of unpaid members by the end of April, freeing up those spots. Standard urgency tactic.
Right. They also pushed people to follow their Facebook page for updates and said more feedback videos were coming.
Keeping the communication flowing, building anticipation.
Okay, and finally, that short text advertisement. What did it add?
Mostly reinforced the core message. Earning from shopping at places like PNP, Checkers, Spur, Clicks, Discom. Passive monthly income from your spending and your friends' spending.
The same highlights.
Yeah. It framed it very simply as just swapping the way you pay.
Yeah.
Mentioned the one-off fee, the unique wallet system, and then a clearer call to action. WhatsApp for BCW info.
Straightforward marketing message. Get people interested enough to ask for more.
Exactly. Keep it simple, highlight the benefits, make it easy to take the next step.
So pulling it all together then, this BeeCoinWise concept is really about, well, two things. Changing how you spend your money, using their voucher system.
And building a network of others doing the same thing. Your income, both the referral bonuses and the passive monthly bit, seems heavily tied to that network's size and activity.
We've seen the mechanics, the wallet, the vouchers, the referral levels, the potential income they're projecting, which is frankly quite high in those scenarios.
Very high. And we've seen their plans to grow through partnerships, agencies, and bringing more merchants on board.
For you listening, if you're thinking like the learner, a few things probably stand out. The potential speed of earning, if those referral numbers work out.
The upfront potential.
The fact that it seems open to pretty much anyone who spends money. So broad accessibility.
Right. Low barrier to entry apart from the fee.
And just how central that network growth is. Your success seems directly linked to your ability to recruit and motivate others.
Absolutely. Which brings us to the gaps, right? The things these sources don't really tell us.
Yeah, like, what's it actually like using the wallet day to day? Is it smooth? Are there glitches?
Good question. And how stable is this whole thing long term? Is the financial model sustainable? We don't see the full picture of where the commission money comes from.
True. And do you earn the same percentage at KFC as you do at Checkers? Or do rates vary by merchant?
Another unknown. Plus, the full terms and conditions. What are the rules for payouts? Are there minimums? Any hidden clauses?
Lots of practical details still missing.
Which really underlines the need for caution, doesn't it? The idea is attractive, but you'd want to understand the nuts and bolts, the long-term prospects, and all the fine print before jumping in.
Definitely. So I guess the final thought for you is, this dive showed us one way people are trying to turn spending into earning. It's novel, but as you look at things like this, you have to balance that potential upside against the realities of network-based systems.
Yeah, what parts of this BeeCoinWise model seem appealing or maybe concerning to you, and what other questions would you need answered before you'd even consider it? Something to think about.
Absolutely. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.